I'm Ode. That's Vicky. I'm me. You're you. We are we.
Oh my god, that was so corny.
The You, Me, We
goodness.
podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to the You, Me, We podcast. I'm Ode.
I'm Vicky.
And this is episode 62 of the You, Me, We podcast. And big announcement. If you're looking on the camera right now, if you're watching us, you will see that Vicky is rocking the latest in You, Me, We fashion. You got to model the gear.
There.
Move the mic so people can see. Sucks for those just listening. Check out our YouTube, but I'm sure by tomorrow we'll have posts.
Can't see the colors.
Can't see the colors that well.
Yeah.
Here, I'll probably dim your lighting a little bit. Does that work? You can see the color.
You go.
We got the You, Me, We merch.
Yeah.
If you go to our site, phoenixmpm.com/You, Me, We, link in the bio on Instagram, we have a link to all the streaming platforms, as well as a link. The last link is the link to the You, Me, We merch. And we have You, Me, We, the You, Me, We hoodie that Vicky is rocking.
Which is actually really soft.
And yeah, see, so we got quality stuff. And we also have the You, Me, We tee. So You, Me, We t-shirts, they come in different colors. So definitely check that out. That could be your way of supporting the podcast, along with listening to us on your favorite DSP, whatever you call it, streaming platform. So check out the You, Me, We merch. By next week, we should both have some gear to wear. I think I'll just buy me another hoodie. I like the hoodie.
Yeah, the hoodie's really soft.
We'll try some of the different colors. We'll get the t-shirts, and we will be adding to the store as people kind of ask, and we'll try out some different things. We'll definitely want to get a hat in there. But yeah, that's our big announcement for today. We teased it on Instagram. The You, Me, We merch store is open. I'm excited. So yeah. So Vicky, how are you doing? Well, that was my week. We got the You, Me, We merch up. That was my week. How you doing?
That's your whole week?
Yeah, that was my week. That's
Doesn't
big.
it feel like January is so long?
It's technically done.
It's not. There's
It's
still
done.
2 more days in it.
And on Saturday, we'll
It
be like,
feels
damn.
like it's been forever.
It has.
This is like the longest month ever.
But it's done. We're here.
It's not. We're still 2 more days in it. And like I feel like we've been here for the past 6 months.
2 full days. Yeah, it's 12 on the dot. 2 full days.
Yeah, there's 2 more days in this damn month that just won't quit.
It was a long month. But like I said, we're here. We're at the end of it. We can celebrate. Well, there you go. What felt like the longest month. Now we go right into officially the shortest month.
Kind of.
We mean kind of.
Sleepier.
So that means February goes to
29.
So that means this year we're gonna have a bunch of annoying people being like, "Oh my gosh, it's my 4th birthday. It's my
I mean,
6th birthday."
they were born on a cool day, so they should say that.
Your birthday was the 28th. Just
No,
celebrate.
your birthday is no. If you were born on
I know,
February
I know.
29,
But just get the whole. It's my 5th, 6th birthday.
why are you such a
'Cause
hater?
it's annoying.
Why are you
You're
being
40.
such a hater?
Stop doing that. You're 40.
No, let them do it.
Anyways, but it has been a long month. I know, like you said, we only have 2 days left, but over the last 5 days, for a lot of people, it was a very what's the word I'm looking for? Sad month, and going back to what we were talking about the month being long and just filled with or ending with tragedy and stuff. We were mainly referring to the untimely death of Kobe Bryant, his daughter. I didn't quite get the
Altobello
names.
family.
I didn't get the names of the other family member. Family.
Something Mauser, Mausser.
It was Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, the Altobelli family was John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli. I hope I'm saying that last name right. Alyssa Altobelli. She was 13 as well. And Christina Mauser, that's what you were mentioning. And am I missing anyone?
Yeah, 2 more.
And Ara Zobayan. And Sarah Chester and Peyton Chester. I think
Another mom and daughter.
I
all
think
teammates they all play in the.
I was listening to someone's podcast and they mentioned that there was one of the families that I guess there's one more sibling who has now lost both parents and a sibling.
What?
One of the families left behind like a daughter, meaning like this girl now has lost her parents and her sibling in one like.
Oh, this is the Altobello family. It's
Yeah.
actually a son and a daughter.
Wow.
They had 3 kids, so 2. So
yeah, I mean, it was. People are still talking. Well, clearly, still going to be talking about it.
yeah.
So much came from it, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad. When I say good, it's weird saying like good can come from a tragedy, but I feel like a lot of people. Well, let's start back. Let's go back. It was tough for a lot of people. Most people on my timeline, we've never met Kobe Bryant. We only know him from seeing him on TV and knowing stories of him. But for a lot of us, it did hit hard because like I said, we grew up watching him. For some people, for half the league right now, the NBA, they were probably inspired by him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Trae Young who trained with him over the summer. It's hard to talk about. Where do you want to start? Or where do you want to go from there when it comes to the conversation about it? So many different ways to address the aftermath. Or so many things came out of it.
I don't know, because like I said, I stopped watching basketball after Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I knew who Kobe was, but I didn't care for him.
What?
Like but that wasn't because of him. I just didn't care about anybody in the NBA after Jordan. Like I did not care. Like it was there was nothing that enticed me to watch.
Disrespectful.
So my reaction is more of just like, my God, this is such a tragic death. So someone that's obviously very known, but it's just a very tragic death. And my opinions and my views on everything and the way people are going about it is not from the standpoint of like Kobe meant so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know Kobe meant so much to people I grew up with or whatever. I have no awareness of that. It was a really, really sad accident, and just like the distastefulness along the way that it just like it bothers me.
Like you knew it was coming.
And it wasn't just like how the TMZ thing, which he doesn't even apologize for, by the way.
Harvey?
Whatever that white guy's name is. It's not.
Have they addressed the backlash?
He did.
How so?
I didn't watch it because I was like, I read the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, they're saying he's not apologizing, so why do I care about to hear? Like he was like, we confirmed this with his camp for an hour. Like, bruh, the police already confirmed that you were the ones that let the cat out the bag for his family to find out that way. So like, stop. If Kobe's camp knew for an hour, then that means his wife knew. Stop. You're being a liar. But it wasn't even just that. It was even down to like just the small things, like the way people kept spreading just misinformation online.
They literally killed Rick Fox.
Yo, they killed Rick Fox, and I'm like, yo, people calm down. Yo, they killed the rest of his family. They killed Rick Fox.
Yeah.
They killed somebody else. I can't remember their name, and I'm just like, it was so annoying to see that, because it was once again like, yo, why do you speculate so bad? Like, why would you rather speculate than to just wait for the confirmation of factual information?
So you know how many likes I could get being the first person to post that Rick Fox died? Because then everyone's going to repost my post.
It was so annoying. Like, but then what I was like, yo, people don't even notice how they do this in their own lives. Mm-hmm. Like, you speculate the shit out of something that needs no speculation.
Like, just wait.
Just wait.
It'll
Just
come out.
wait for the confirmation. Stop speculating.
Mm.
Or I hate when people do the whole, like, oh my God, but imagine that if his whole family was on there. But they weren't. So, like, why are we imagining?
Yeah.
Why?
Let's not put that out there in the universe.
Yeah,
Let's not even put it out there. Yeah.
Like, now that you have the facts, why are you further speculating the what ifs? It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go. But it was so annoying. And it was just like, oh my goodness. People, slow down. Like, yo, just let them confirm it and then, spread the information.
I hate that we know.
It's annoying.
We know the internets and we know social media so well that I'm sure there's a bunch of us that just said to ourselves, one, people are going to start speculating stuff and getting information wrong. And two, people are going to bring up negative stuff from his past while all this stuff is still fresh. Like, we knew it was going to happen. You were hoping that they would prove you wrong and humanity would, redeem itself. But no, you knew it was going to happen.
No, not humanity. Not humanity. It's not even humanity.
I know what you're gonna. I know what you're gonna say. But let's just keep it at the internet's being ignorant, or some portions of the internet's being ignorant.
No, because there has to be accountability. Mm-hmm. There has to be accountability, and I'm going.
But let's be careful not to group. Be careful not to group people. Don't let one bad apple spoil. Don't be careful not to group.
They're
people.
all spoiled.
Be careful not to group people. Go ahead.
Journalists do a very bad job.
Okay.
At their job. And that's not the people that I'm referring to.
Shout out to the amazing journalists that I know. And
you know what? I'm going to take that back. Reporters are trash.
Some. I say that because I know some very reputable and some very, what's the word I'm looking for? Ethical reporters, newscasters, journalists.
I don't think that it's fair to put a journalist in the same bag as a reporter.
But there's trash ones in both categories.
Well, clearly, after this whole Kobe thing, clearly, there are trash journalists.
You know who you be.
But reporters, I feel they're all trash. And, well, if I can't say what I want to say, I can't say it, so.
Okay.
People are disgusting.
Yeah. But like I said, you knew it was going to happen. Did you? The most disgusting thing I would say I saw, and even the cleanup was straight trash, was that comedian Ari Shaffir. Did you see his cleanup?
Yeah.
Straight trash.
You're such a. I'm so glad his shows got canceled.
Oh, so it did get canceled.
They absolutely got canceled because
I know they called the police
yesterday.
Well, go back for those for the few that probably don't know what we're referring to. Ari Shaffir, am I saying his name right? I don't want to give him any credit. Who cares? Yeah, so there was a comedian that kind of his initial post was pretty much saying something along the lines of Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late, referring back to some negative stuff from Kobe's past, and it was just disgusting. Of course, everybody kind of went at him, and you would think that would cause him to kind of backtrack and try to clean up. No, he doubled down later on with a video that kind of kept going that whole thing he was saying. And his and even in the comments later on, he just kept trolling, like saying how he loved the backlash, he loved all the hate.
So he also had on his Instagram bio, he had the places that he would be performing at coming up, which is the New York Comedy Club, and I can't remember the name of the other place. It's very known, but I can't remember
in
the
New
name
York.
Of yeah.
Was it Caroline's or something like that? One of those.
No,
that's the only ones I really know.
No, there was another one. And I can't remember the name of it, but he was performing there as well. And today I went and all his dates are for like somewhere else. So like he's not. Wait, actually, he's no longer performing in those.
Can
clubs.
You say what happened with the New York Comedy Club with their page? Because you were tracking that.
New York Comedy Club's page.
Instagram.
People would like if you're gonna get backlash on Instagram. You're going to get it on the very last picture that you posted. So the most recent one. And they kept deleting people's comments. So like you would go and then bam, they would delete a comment and they would delete a comment. And they wrote on the comment, if you're not, if your comment has nothing to do with the picture above, don't comment, message us. And yeah, like, because people were gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna write you an email.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, so they had to close out their comment section on like all their pictures.
They took out all the because people went to the next one.
Yeah, because people were like, all right, we'll just go to the next one. Like, don't be like trying to how do you say that? Not filter, but don't try to
censor.
Don't try to censor me on Instagram. Yeah, so I guess his show got canceled.
Yeah, I saw that they called. No, I was following it kind of late, so I was checking his page. I was checking the New York Comedy Club's page, and then it got to the point where I went to go check his page, and he went private for like a day, and then I guess that was him trying to figure out how am I going to clean this up. His talent agency dropped him.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
I heard that was like immediate.
Good.
And then when he came back, it was the trash cleanup, pretty much saying, this is
what I do.
Yeah. This is my kind of, this is my niche. Right?
Yeah, but then you know what annoyed me? That he's like, at the time I didn't know that there was kids. Okay, but when you were doubling down, you knew that there was kids. Knew. So you should have been like, yo, all jokes canceled. You should have offered. Yeah. You should have offered an apology then. But you know what? 'Tis the life of the privileged. It's not until your money's at stake that you're like, no, let me apologize. Until your money's at stake, you're gonna be like, whatever. I'm a comedian. I can say those things. No, the fuck you can't. No, you're right. You know what? You can. You can. But you are not free from getting the messages that you got.
Sucks to say it's
not the backlash that you received.
It's not till your money and your life, because some people
were like on some shit like, yo, if I see you, it's a wrap for you.
And I'm sure somebody.
And you're in New York, like. Your face is ingrained in people's minds.
Somebody approached them. I'm sure people approached them on the street.
I'm sure people were waiting at New York Comedy Club. Like, nah, we're not coming in, but we staying right here.
Yeah, we gonna see you at some point.
Like, you gotta come outside. You gotta come here eventually.
Yeah. So I think that was the most disgusting.
I don't think that was the most disgusting. I just think that's one of the disgusting patterns or displayed behavior.
To go back to what you were talking about, I'm gonna side with one of my friends that posted unpopular opinion. I think she said Nakers, as in Knicks/Lakers. I think that's what she was trying.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah, I think she said Nakers. The same way I would say a bunch of people, because it was so soon, were still getting their thoughts and words together. She's probably just sucked at her job and was thinking basketball, and she sucked at her job. And she was. But I don't think she was trying to be malicious and say whatever. I think she just sucked
let me
at that
tell
report.
you something. I don't give anybody the pass on. I wasn't trying to be malicious. Okay, but that doesn't change the way that it came out. It doesn't change the way people heard it. So what you do is that you just apologize. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that it sounded like that. But let me tell you, I was really trying to say, I got caught up, I got tongue-tied. I was still in my feelings about it. I got tongue-tied, and that's how it came out. Believe me, that is not what I meant. Nakers. Why you gotta wait until people are ripping into you to be like, I would never. Like, no, it should have been an immediate, my bad. And then people will fall back. Like, you're so annoying. I'm so, that's like, that's not how I meant it. Okay, bitch, but that's how it was received.
Did you see Dr. Umar's video?
No.
So I'm not even laughing at the video. It's, of course, I love the internets. So Dr. Umar posted, which I'm sure there's other people that feel this way, pretty much conspiracy theory kind of thing, that it wasn't an accident. It was more of an assassination, and
that it was Big Pharma.
He said that has something to do with it, Big Pharma, because of a pending lawsuit.
No, it's not a pending lawsuit. It is a lawsuit full-fledged against Big Pharma.
But the funny part was the internet's response. One person wrote, Dr. Umar has all of these conspiracy theories about people who were killed because of their knowledge. Yet he's still alive. What that's saying? Mm-hmm. I'm sure I butchered it, but yeah. But what?
That he's not a threat. You could be smart and not be a threat.
No, they were saying he's straight up not smart. That's what they're trying to say. And of course, everyone refers to where your school at. I'm not trying to knock Dr. Umar. I'm just going off of the comments that people have been saying. I haven't researched him enough to co-sign any of that.
All I'm saying is that I don't think it's that far-fetched. Because the guy that he was in court with,
explain for those who might not be aware.
So he was in Kobe was in court. He was trying to settle the case, but pretty much he was suing, this big pharmaceutical company over his likeness. Like they were trying to sell something.
But I don't know if it was fully like Black Mamba or just Mamba.
No, it was like Black Mamba or something like that. Either way, it was Mamba. Everybody knows that's Kobe.
Yeah. Mamba mentality.
And then I think I may have read something about like there was an illegal substance being added to this or something. It was much more than that.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that the person whose company that he was suing, this guy is a straight up crook. Like
allegedly.
No, not allegedly. He's been arrested. He's been no. This is not allegedly.
Okay.
This man, everybody knows this man will do whatever he got to do to get whatever he needs to get.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. He has been in court. He has been arrested. He has been sued. He literally lives in lawsuits. So he's a sketchy guy.
Okay.
So, I don't think it's that far-fetched is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Big Pharma got money, and money means power in this country, so.
Big Pharma takes a bunch of our money, a bunch of my insurance company's money. Shout out to our son.
Big Pharma makes money.
I will say, aside from the ignorant, malicious people, even though the internets are known for like not caring about timing and too soon, I feel like people have been respecting that. And
I think it's because there were children involved.
Yes.
And there are currently children involved.
Yeah. A lot of people, going off of what you said earlier about, there are a lot of people like you who probably weren't affected as a basketball fan, but for a lot of people were affected as parents.
Yeah, and not only just parents, but as daughters, as like just imagining being now going from like a full household to having like now she's a single mom.
Yeah, her
youngest daughter's not even one. It's tough. Like you just can't help but to feel for that family, and then not only her, but now we have households that were full family sets, and now you have one family that has no parents, one family with a single mom, one family or two families with single dads of multiple kids. It's sad. Like a bunch of families were affected and were reduced. And it's heartbreaking.
Did the pilot truly. Do we know, did he have kids? Was he married?
I don't know. And then also like people that were trying to blame the pilot, like, come on. Yeah. Stop. I get it. It's America's always been known to be the finger pointing society. Like, it's not me, it's you. I get it, but damn, like, he didn't survive the crash, bro. Like this is not a time to point fingers. This is a time, like, if you're busy trying to point fingers, then you need to redirect your energy and pray for one of these families that got affected. Like 9 people died. That is multiple families that have been affected forever, and you're over here trying to find the blame.
Can I be a hypocrite and point a finger real quick? I want to point a finger at people who do something like this. Sees post from someone who posted like a fake video of the plane crash, and then reposted it and said something like, "I can't believe somebody would post this." Bro, now you're part of the problem. Like, or have you seen any of those?
Actually, somebody sent me the video, and
sent you a video.
The video.
Is it verified that it's a video? Because I did see one going around, and everyone was like, "Where's the fog that they clearly spoke about?" And
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't that the. It wasn't. It wasn't a video. It was like of the helicopter ascending, like losing control.
Well, I heard that video wasn't. I heard that's an old video, and that wasn't.
I don't know. My point is, the person that sent it to me, they didn't send it to me maliciously. But I couldn't finish watching because even if it was or wasn't, nobody wants that image.
Yeah, that was my thing too. Real or fake, or I mean, not fake, but real. That
no matter what, it could be the actual accident
or a different one.
Something from
Why
a
would
movie.
you share that?
I don't want to see it
because there's somebody in that in that helicopter in that video now about to either be injured or about to lose their life. Why would you share that?
See it. I hate seeing graphic stuff on
social
media. This is not. Like, I filtered my social media so much that I just, like, when I log in, I just want to see good stuff. I want to see happy stuff that makes me laugh, stuff. You know, like, before, I always felt like that stuff didn't faze me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, here is so-and-so on their shit again. But I realized how much of it does faze me. And so I don't unfriend people, but I absolutely mute people. Like on a daily, I unfollow and mute people like nobody's business.
So if you wonder why Vicky hasn't liked your comment lately, because she's not even seeing it.
Probably muted. I'm not even seeing it, to be honest with you. And even like on on Instagram, I don't even scroll Instagram, like people's Instagrams, like people I follow. I don't even scroll people's Instagrams. I go to the one where it populates things that you may like.
Mm-hmm.
It will always be things I like because it's filtered for me.
Explore?
Yeah.
You know, I don't use that.
Use that all the time.
My thing with Explore.
I love Instagram.
Here's my thing with Explore.
Section.
I'm like.
Because I'm like, it brings me everything I like.
Nah, I feel like the people I follow, I follow them for reason because I want to see what they're posting. And Explore things will be like rant. I'm like, why would I want to see this?
Nope. Explore page got me unlocked. They're like, girl, look at all these nail designs. look at these houses full of plants. I'm like, that is what I want to see.
But if we
and also because I'm very protective of my energy recently, and yes, it is because of my books that I've been reading. Mm-hmm. But I am very protective of my energy, and I just. I understand.
On my Zen.
No, not even that I'm on my Zen stuff, but
organic deodorant. And
no, I'm protective of my energy because for a very long time, I led a life of
messing up other people's energy.
Yeah, and I did, and that was a result of just like not protecting my energy, of just consuming bad vibes all the time. And thinking that that I chose the way that I was of my own will, but that's not really what it was. It was just me, expressing and reflecting exactly what I was taking in. So I'm very, like, the minute I don't like something, if you post something I don't like, it could be that one thing, I immediately mute you. Like, I'm like, all right, I don't care. I did it to like 3 people today. I'm like, nope, I don't care. I never want to see you again.
I don't block or mute. I'm like, I'll just keep scrolling. Like,
see, that's the thing. I thought it was nothing to me. Like, I'm like, oh, I just keep scrolling, whatever. Scrolling. But these people are so consumed in their shit that that's all they post, and then I would constantly see that. And honestly, we think that we're not affected by that, but we are. We don't see, because we see that as so isolated. Like, oh, it's this one person posting that. But then that person posts all the time. And every time you log in, it's always some bullshit.
I keep moving. I'm like, because that's who you are. All right. I have a friend that.
Yeah, no. I don't get in the way. I'm like, if that's who you are, that's who you are. I'm not here to convince you, because nobody can convince you to be different than who you feel like being right now. That has to come from yourself. But I am very aware that those bad energies if you're reading it, you are consuming it. If you're looking at it, you're consuming it. And I don't want to see those things. I will mute you in a heartbeat. So if I'm not commenting or liking your shit and you're wondering where I went, I'm there. I'm just not looking at your stuff.
So overall, I think the takeaway that a lot of people got is tomorrow's not guaranteed. Shit. Tonight is not guaranteed. Shit. Tomorrow, the next hour is not guaranteed.
You know what's crazy? Remember a while ago when I told you, Ode, I think that we should start giving thanks at night for us coming back home. For everyone being home.
I say my prayers.
I don't say prayers, but
Ooh.
I do say to myself, I'm grateful that everyone is here.
Who are you grateful to? Just say the universe. It's fine.
I'm grateful that everyone is here, that everyone is home.
Going to hell.
And in the mornings, I say I'm grateful that we all got to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I just say to myself every night. I wanted to do it as a family.
We have different gods.
You're right.
I have one. But you talk to your.
Hey, what is that called? What is that religion called?
There's many.
For people who worship the devil?
Why am I drawing a blank?
I can't think of it.
Yeah, but be careful because this is also someone's religion you're about to talk about. But go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
a religion.
Okay.
They pray to him.
That they have a god. That's their god. I'm saying at least they have a god. He's just out here praying to flowers.
At least I'm praying to nice stuff.
That could have been taken so wrong.
That could be taken wrong by anybody who wants to take it wrong.
Anyways,
That's okay with
you know what?
me.
I'm just keep scrolling on you. Just keep scrolling on you. All right. So tomorrow's not promised. Take advantage of every moment because you never know.
Have you?
Taking advantage of every moment?
Mm-hmm.
I try to. Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that about?
I'm asking.
Okay.
You can't say it without practicing it
I know.
in some form.
You was like, have you? Like, I have.
Okay. I'm just asking.
So, as always, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, we play this game, The And, where it's a couples card game. And I was like,
It's a card game. And
for
we have the
couples.
couples edition.
we have the couples edition of this card game.
You're
I guess I want.
giving wrong information.
I was like, how much? I was like, do I need to announce? This is not an ad.
No.
We just like the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Skin Deep wants to hit us up and help us keep the lights on, but we just like the game. So if you will see us play this or read off of one or two cards every episode. It's just that we like it.
Mhm.
So the way this, Vicky, you want to explain how it works?
We read the cards and we answer them.
For the first time for the first time listener. Not
For
just
the first time listener.
what kind of cards are they? What kind of things should you expect from the card?
I don't know. They're random cards on different subjects. They're supposed to entice conversation.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Just that brief intro you can always give it each week in case someone's listening for the first time or someone's listening to this part for the first time. So Vicky's going to pick a card. I'll pick a card. And then we will read and go from there. Oh, my bad. I picked 4. You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
All right. Let's see. I think you went first last time. So.
Oh, mine is so good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So. My question to you, Vicky, is...
I mean, I already know the answer. But
My question to you is, what hinders our love from growing?
wow, we got good cards today.
Answer the question.
What hinders our love from growing? How honest can I be?
Oh, if you're going to be as honest as you want to be as honest and open, I guess, as you want to be.
How censored do I have to be?
That depends on you.
Okay.
Just think about what you're going to say and be like, if you feel like you feel like it'll be offensive to one party, one side. No, because you asking how honest can I be, I'm wondering, what is it going to be embarrassing, offensive if you're too honest? I'm trying to figure out why you would ask that.
I don't know, but I'm also not great at going through all those different scenes in my head at last minute.
Okay, I'll say just consider everything factored into what you're about to say.
And also, we could just cut it out.
Go ahead.
Okay, what hinders our love from growing?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that what hinders our love from growing is you.
Okay. In what way? And this is what I mean about if you're going to make sure you give the full scope of what you're about to say. Because you do know that changes itself. Go ahead.
What?
Just say what you're about to say.
I feel that you hinder it because I feel like you're stuck in negative patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a nice umbrella response. I feel like you hinder it because you're stuck in negative patterns.
Okay. I feel like that to me, in my opinion, that the way you said that runs the risk of the wrong interpretation. But whatever, if you want to say it that way, that's totally fine. Go ahead. What does your card say?
Do you want me to clear that up?
No, not at all. It is totally fine. Go ahead.
Oh, it don't seem fine.
You said it how you wanted to say it, so go ahead.
I wanted to say it the most respectful way possible.
Okay.
Your negative patterns are not like trifling ass negative patterns, but you have negative patterns that I feel like are hindering us from becoming our best version yet.
Okay. What's your card say?
If we get married, would you sign a prenup? Why or
Would
why
I
not?
sign a prenup? I'm going to say no.
I know that.
I've never really cared for one, and I would think the person I'm marrying is mature enough and adult enough that when we do go our separate ways, we can handle it. What's the word? Amicably and in a mature manner, and we're not both like.
That's the thing. People
we're both
don't.
not. So, but I would think that both of us would be like, okay, let's figure this out now, no matter what it is. I mean, I know from my end, each time we've broken up, from my end, it's been okay. We've broken up. Like, I've been able to like go my separate way. So I would think in a marriage, in my opinion, that's me showing respect to you. Like, I trust that. I feel like you would be mature enough to handle that, and it wouldn't get ugly, and you wouldn't go about it being like, all right, let me get as much as I can, or let me make sure that like I leave him with like nothing, or he gets nothing of mine. Like, I don't want that stuff. So like, I trust that we are mature enough to handle that without having to be guided by like these here's how you have to do it because you two aren't mature enough to do it on your own. That's why I wouldn't.
Well, you're confusing a prenup with actual divorce.
Aren't you signing a prenup in the case that you divorce? Here's a document to kind of guide how it goes.
A prenup is pretty much saying
if we get divorced or separated, am I wrong?
Some of them have like cheating clauses, some of them have whatever, but prenup is pretty much like we leave with what we came with. You can't touch my shit. Like, what's mine is mine.
Yeah, but if we get divorced, if we leave.
Right. If what's mine is mine, what other people would do, like the prenup, they have people sign prenups so that if they get divorced, the person can't try to take their stuff. That's not a guideline. That's just protecting your personal assets. In a divorce...
We're saying the same thing.
No. In a divorce, a divorce is the guideline for moving forward for things that you have to split. So if you have a home, if you have children, if you have a pet that you need to put in there, if you have... investments together. That's what you figure out in a divorce. But a prenup...
But in a divorce, wouldn't the prenup kind of come into play? In the divorce process?
The prenup would come into play as in you can't claim any of this shit because you signed that you would not ask for is, should we get divorced?
We're saying the same thing.
No, we're not. No. A
Does
prenup is saying you can't take anything of mine.
Does a prenup come into play in the divorce process if you have one?
It comes up, but it's not. That's what I was saying.
That's what I was saying.
No, but a prenup is not like, okay, this is how the divorce is gonna go. It's just saying like
what I was
when
saying,
it comes to assets, you said that you weren't gonna touch.
Well, you know what I was saying. The prenup comes into play in a divorce process if you have one. That's all I was saying. You're saying yes, it does come into play. I'm not saying it got. No. I'm not saying
you did. You said it's a guideline, and I'm like, it's not. That's why I started breaking it down.
Okay, what I was saying was, it does serve as a guide for certain aspects of your divorce. Yes, that's all. I'm saying the same thing. I wasn't saying.
I'm being more specific than you. Yeah.
Yo, you're so like. But here's why I was right though. Like,
no, because you're generalizing, and I'm telling you that in that generalization, it's a lot of room for error when you really just mean like one or two things in a list of like a bunch of things. Is what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm being just a little more specific. Okay. And by the way, prenups, don't get caught up on a prenup.
What do you mean don't get caught up on a prenup?
Because you can just get a postnup. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Postnuptial. You just do a pre one because it's before you.
So would you want a prenup? I don't want your money. I should probably do want to protect my millions. My millions of pennies.
I haven't really looked at the laws in New Jersey. People specifically get married in certain states because of the divorce laws. Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at New Jersey's laws. I know that for New Jersey, pretty much what you have before, it doesn't affect anything after. That's all I know. Okay. So, like, what you had prior to you getting married?
You didn't answer the question. Would you want one?
That's what I'm saying. I did answer. I don't know if I would want one because I don't know what the laws in New Jersey are.
So you're pretty much telling me you think I would be petty? Go. Okay. So what does it matter what the laws are?
Because some laws are unfair in divorces. It's not. Every state's laws are different. Which is why celebrities specifically get married in certain states. Should they have a divorce, some states make it way harder for you to get a divorce, or like way harder for you guys to walk away from that divorce amicably. Like, they kind of make it messy themselves. And I think that some people get prenups because of the state that they're getting married in. Gotcha. Just doesn't cater to, should they get a divorce, it doesn't cater to the way they would want to go about it sometimes. I don't know what New Jersey laws are, is what I'm saying. I don't feel that, but I never felt the need to go look for the New Jersey laws, is what I'm saying. I just know that what you have before can't be touched, can't be claimed by the person you are divorcing if you had it before them. That's all I know.
So Vicky wants a prenup, pretty much. So what grinds your gears, Vicky? We'll close on that.
Oh, okay. Let me get comfortable. Okay, Ode. This is what grinds my gears. Mm-hmm. Okay. What has been grinding my gears lately is how inconsiderate. I've actually mentioned this before, maybe not in this segment, but maybe one of our many talks. Is that you're very inconsiderate to my time.
To your time?
Yes.
We did have this talk, and it was you saying, I don't respect your schedule and your time. That was you saying that to me.
Right.
So we did have the talk, but go ahead.
No. But we've had the talk with me in return. So I feel that you do things when, like, if you want something done, you will just do them. Mm-hmm. And then tell me to kind of just be like, yo, I did this and this, so like if you can. But you kind of like already Okay, let me give you specific examples because there's no way for me to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of you coming to me and saying, hey, Vicky, I'm tired of seeing the Christmas decorations. Can you take it down? So instead of just saying it to me, right? Instead of just communicating it to me, you just started taking things down. And then it just became my thing.
Just became...
Like it was on me to finish.
I would have gladly kept doing stuff, but you...
Hold on.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You have done that years prior. You've also done the same thing. Like you'll just like take the decorations down. You don't say anything to me. I'll just come home and then bam, they're gone. And you put them away.
Go ahead.
Another example. When you're like, yo, I want to start going through stuff in the basement. Then you pull out a bin and then you come to me and you're like, hey, can you go through that bin when you get a chance? Because I just want to go through the basement. But it's like, you don't even ask me like, yo, Vicky, do you have time? Or like, hey, can we start going through the bins on this day? And on this day, can you go through the bin? And then on this day, whatever. I feel like when I bring stuff up to you for us to do, or like that I would want your help in, or for you to help me with, I ask you like, hey, do you think that, I ask you in advance, like, hey, do you think that on Saturday you can help me with whatever. Your way of doing it is that you will start it, kind of like put it there and be like, yo, I need you to do that. And then you'll just like keep bringing it up. Another example, the bed sheets. I mentioned to you that I wanted to do that. And so you just put it here and then you're like, yo, I need you to go through those bed sheets. And it was like, you didn't even ask me, hey, do you have time to do that today? Like, or when do you think you'll have time so that I can lay them all out and then you can go through them? I feel like you just throw things out there and then you kind of just like bring my attention to it. And I wish you would stop doing that. I wish that you would talk to me first, coordinate with me, and then go ahead and do it. Like, I don't mind you doing it. It's the abruptness and the go do it kind of thing that irks the living shit out of me. Like, I was so frustrated earlier and I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed because I'm very, very upset right now. And I'm gonna respect his, because I was gonna come up here and talk to you. But I was like, you know what? He said this is his safe safe space, and I'm gonna respect that.
Clearly
and
she wasn't going to, but
I'm gonna respect that. So I'm gonna just go back downstairs, and I did, and then I just went back downstairs because I was just that bothered. And I just feel like even in me trying to communicate this to you, that you're not really listening. I feel like you're ready to kind of like shut me down.
I'm listening to you.
I think you're hearing me. I don't think you're listening. Oh my gosh.
The women who don't apply stuff to me or don't blah, blah, blah.
No.
So don't do that.
I didn't say that you're not. I said, I think. This is what I think. I'm not saying, oh, you're not listening. I'm saying, I think.
And even when I've said
I feel that you're not. That's what I feel.
Okay.
So.
Are we responding or not? I can't recall.
Yeah, you can do it. I think it's better that you respond because it's right now.
Well, my response is we have had this conversation before. And in that conversation.
I told you that we've had this conversation.
And do you remember how that conversation? And she doesn't recall. And in that conversation, we talked about how a lot of times those instances were after, and you admittedly said were after I brought up, you agreed with it, were after you would repeatedly for days, for weeks, mention how you have to do something, not do it, not just not do it, but neglect it. Mm-hmm. And you even said, I do that. I do bring all this stuff up and sometimes bring it up in a way that like I need to get on it, as in like when I'm ready, you need to do whatever, and then you just don't do them. And you even said, so you know, you're right, Ode. I'm kind of glad you did just start it because I've been neglecting it. Mm-hmm. because you would bring it up, the decorations. You kept saying,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about not having time. You've had time to do them.
Yeah.
And we've acknowledged it. We've acknowledged that would happen
Mm-hmm.
in those past instances where it would be, I'm gonna do it. I want to do it. We need to do it. We need to, and you wouldn't. And
Right.
then if I was to just be like, oh, if I would start it or do it myself, it would be like an attitude. Like, but clearly you didn't want to do it or weren't or wasn't going to. That was the last time we had this conversation.
Right. And I think
My
that
leg went numb.
that's why I said I do remember that we had this conversation before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what bothers me is just it's the way you immediately jump to do instead of just talking to me. So instead of just being like, hey, you keep saying that you're going to do this. When are you going to do it? Do you want me to bring it up? Like, instead of just proactively talking to me,
Was that
you
not the
just
case with
go.
the basement? Was that not the case with the basement? Where I would say, like, I know you said you're gonna do it. Like that was the case. If you don't recall, that was the case with the basement. You would constantly say that. I would respond every once in a while, like, "We're gonna do that. I know you said you want to do whatever. There's stuff down there. You want me to pull stuff out?" And it was a vicious cycle that kind of kept going on. Where I was just like, I'm gonna just leave it out. Eventually, you then said, "Just leave one out," and I would go through it. And then I did that, and then that bin that you would leave out would kind of stay there.
No, I went through it. I went through 3 bins.
After, okay. Yeah, no, that was it. That's my response.
Okay.
What grinds my gear is there are instances where I feel, I don't know why you do it, because I know for a fact you hate it when you have it done to you. There'll be insignificant moments where I'm with Kalel. Simple moments. And for some reason you feel like, not even a lot of times, you have to chime in. And I feel like there's times when it undermines, because I purposely don't do it or try not to. It undermines me in that moment. It's times when we might try to discipline him or just do something simple with him. You could be in the other room and you will feel like you have to interject. And if it's me telling him, "Hey, Kalel, put this in the garbage can," you'll have to jump in and say it to him again. Like, "Yeah, put it in the garbage." I'm like, he already got it that I said it. So I don't know if you ever noticed, if you're ever like reprimanding him for something and we're there, I don't say anything. Because you know what? Mommy's doing that right now. Mommy's telling you to do this. It doesn't have to be you only do it when daddy now chimes in and comes along. No, respect mommy the same way you do with daddy and vice versa. So I'm always like, why does she always do that? Because I know if like your mom was to do that, you would be like, "Ma," like, but you do it all the time. And it'll be simple things like me telling him, "Hey, just go do that." Then you'll also add in, "Yeah, go do it." It's like, you might think that's simple, but it to me it takes away from the fact that this person already told you to do it, or this person already like is working on this with you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like you'll do it a lot, and I don't know if you realize that you do it, but as well as you've shown that you hate it if somebody was to do that to you, or when people do that to you. And like I said, I make an effort to not. I'm saying I'm sure I've probably done it, but I make an effort to not do it because I acknowledge it. Because I learned it from parents when I was younger as in like my 20s and stuff. Some cousins and stuff kind of like instill that in me of the whole thing. Like if this person already kind of is addressing it, let them do that. It establishes a certain dynamic.
Okay, I don't notice.
Okay. And that has been episode 62. Do you want to tell them what our goal is for episode 100? 100?
No.
Okay. We'll tell them in episode 99.
When we're closer.
All right. So that's been episode 62 of the You, Me, We podcast. Oh, also, just a reminder.
I look sleepy because it's past midnight and I'm tired.
Also, reminder, hit up our website. check us on Instagram. Click the link in the bio and check all of our links to all of the different streaming platforms for the podcast, as well as the link for the You, Me, We merch, such as we're still on camera, woman. Such as
Why? What happened?
I'm just saying, have some respect for yourself. Such as the You, Me, We hoodie that Vicky is wearing. Also, you can grab you a You, Me, We tee, and soon we'll add in hats, and there's mugs in there as well. Well, we can add in mugs and coffee stuff, cups and stuff. But I think we'll start with the hats.
Yeah, I need a hat.
Yeah, you do. Episode 62, You, Me, We podcast.